Hello my friend and welcome back. My name is Hannah and today I'm going to talk about my no-buy. So if you're curious about what I'm wearing on my face, what I mentioned in today's video, and what I'm doing in other pockets of the internet, I always have links in the description box down below. I'm a very small, tiny creator. I'm not very tall. And my links are not sponsored or affiliated. Believe me, if they were, you'd be the first to know. But I'm not that big yet, and I don't copy and paste other discounted codes or anything. I just run my links through a tiny URL so I can fit as much information as I can. You might be hearing the big giant storm that's going on in the world right now. It has been raining nonstop for the past few days. It's like making my hair freak out, and it needs to be braided to look presentable. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's talk about my no-buy. If you don't know what a no-buy is when you're not spending money outside of your necessities, like your rent, your utilities, your grocery, your gas for your car, that kind of spending. So I wouldn't be buying like a new sweater or a new throw pillow or, new makeup releases, that kind of thing. And no-buys can be kind of intimidating, especially when you're so used to just, I can just go pick up fast food, or I can just, pick up this thing at Target, throw it in the cart, even though I'm just going grocery shopping, these socks are really cute. You can't do any of that. That's the point of a no-buy. A low-buy is a little bit more lenient, where you can maybe buy 1 or 2 new things in the year or in the month kind of thing. And I was doing a low-buy from, I want to say October 2022 to the end of the year. And I think I did pretty good with that. I wasn't necessarily buying too many things or bringing in too many things, makeup wise. But when I think about my money spending, I don't think I've been very mindless with my money spending, and I want to be more mindful. I want to have a better control over my money spending and the things that I bring into my house. And I think that this no-buy will help me do that. So for my first rule for my no-buy is I'm going to do 6 months. So from now until the end of June 2023, I will be participating in this no-buy. I will maybe do a monthly update video, but then at the 6-month mark, so at the end of June, I will do a check-in, and at that point I will maybe make more rules, or maybe participate more in a low buy or continue the no buy. I will kind of readjust at that 6-month mark, but I'm just gonna focus on the now. So between now and the end of June, these are the rules I'm gonna go by. First things, I do a monthly Ami haul, and with Ami, you don't have to pay for your items until, they won't take payment for the items until that item comes into stock. So I have items that I had pre-ordered last year that will be coming out, January, February, March, April, May, June, I think. I should have an order. I kind of have an order all year from Ami, if I'm being honest. But that being said, that's my only gray bubble. I do have money kind of saved and stashed away for these orders, but technically I would be spending money because they would be collecting those payments from me. And I'm going to try my best to not pre-order anything between those 6 months, and unless it's something really special, really rare, I don't know, if they're coming out with a gal series for Attack on Titan and they have a beautiful Mikasa figure, or I don't know, there's a new Casca figure from Berserk, or maybe even a new Guts, so things like that. Because I don't know, I feel when it comes to anime merchandise, I can kind of limit and control my spending with that, even though I want everything. I know that there are some things that are worth the price. I know that there should be a new Nendroid for Berserk, for Guts specifically. I don't know if they're doing the whole Berserk cast. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Casca and a Griffith to follow. But I'm most likely going to pick those up. And I believe there's also Cyberpunk Edge Runner and Android figures coming out for Lucy and for David. I'm most likely going to be picking those up, so just things like that. But as far as like makeup goes, my rules for makeup is that the only new purchases I'm going to be making are refills. So take like this NYX banana powder. I already have my refill for this, but do you see how this is like pan and running out? I have to run out of the item completely before I repurchase it. And I just repurchased my concealer, so I mean, like, I don't need to replace this, and I have another concealer. I have enough blushes and bronzers and things like that to last me these 6 months. So I have to kind of use what I have, shop my stash kind of thing, and I won't be purchasing anything new and bringing it into my collection. That also being said, I do have one item that I did pre-order in December that should be coming to me in March, so there will be like a first impressions for that release, but technically that was like before my no buy, and it was a pre-order. Money has already been spent before that, being before the start of this year, so I'm not counting that, but I believe that will be the only new makeup item, like first impressions, you'll see for the first 6 months of 2023. Now, I will say if there is a collab, like, I don't know, if Angie does another collab with any other makeup brand, I will most likely break my no buy for that. I've really enjoyed the things that Angie has, like the Club Nebula palette and the Hella palette, I very much enjoyed. So I know that that's money well spent. I know that that's meaningful spending to me. But beyond that, like I can put a whole, even with Kaleidos releases new things, and they have, I didn't pick up their new lip clays. Unless Kaleidos says that something is limited edition, I'm okay holding off on it. And even if it is limited edition, like it would have to be, like, I don't know, Kaleidos would have to do like a Yu Yu Hakusho collab for me to be like, oh, I'm going to break my no buy and buy this limited edition item. Because if I really wanted it, it'll like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like if I was supposed to have it, it would be there when I can spend money. And so even if it's a brand that I really love, I'm not purchasing anything new, because even the previous lip clays that I have in my collection, they're still readily available on their website. Again, it's the limited edition factor that like comes into play. But again, if I miss out, I miss out, and that's okay, because then maybe I could participate in a limited edition release later on in the future, and maybe I would like that one more. So I'm not really too worried about the FOMO in that capacity, but I will break a no buy for an Angelica Nevis collaboration. And this is, I do want to participate in the Sephora sale, so this is how I'm going to shop that sale. If there is a new makeup release item that comes out, I will make a list. I'm going to keep a list of all the things that catch my eye, that I say that I want or have, you know, caught my interest, and I'm going to write it down on this list. And every time that I think about it, or I go look it up, or, you know, I put it in my cart, or, you know, flirt with the idea of having this item, I'm going to make a tally. And depending on how many tallies a certain item has, I think if I have over, I'm going to say 3. If I have over 3 tallies, that'll be like the minimum baseline. That will be something that I would consider purchasing and putting in my cart. And I'm pretty confident with that strategy, you know, because then that will kind of help me weed out maybe things that were just brand new that really caught my attention, and then things that I'm like, oh no, I really, really want this. And then I can kind of gauge how much I wanted it versus another item. And I'm only going to participate in the Sephora sale because I know that they have the spring sale. And that's what I'm going to participate in, because I think by the time the next Sephora sale comes in the fall time, that 6-month mark, like I can kind of move it on to that sale, you know, that's fine. I'm also trying to think, I don't know, like I might break my, just speaking of Sephora, I might break my no buy for this particular multitasking baked face powder, because I really do enjoy this, but it's very, My shade is never in stock, and when it is, it goes by really quickly. I'm not out of this yet, but I would like to have a backup because this is a powder that I really do enjoy. Like this for me is what the NYX Banana powder does for my concealer. Like this does that for like the rest of my face. So I may potentially break my no-buy for this item in particular, but this is me documenting only that one item. And I mean, it's only like, well, I shouldn't say it's only 20 bucks because 20 bucks is still 20 bucks, but I'm willing to break my no-buy for that. And I'm trying to think of what else. So beyond makeup, like I'm not purchasing any new clothes. I'm going to use what I have. I usually do like a big like spring cleaning, and then I will start posting things in my Depop, you know, for sale. If you were interested, I might link that, you know, when that time comes, and just kind of purge out, you know, what I'm using, what I like, what I don't like, that kind of thing. I kind of want to focus this year on the kind of like, I don't know, figuring out my style identity. As much as I love like my anime t-shirt kind of aesthetic, like, I don't know, this sounds so funny to talk about. I want to kind of have like my casual clothes, my business clothes, and you know, just the things that I like, in my winter clothes, my spring clothes, my summer clothes, you know, like that kind of thing. And I just have a lot of items in my collection, but a lot of items that also don't go with each other, but I don't want to just start buying things. So I want to see in that 6-month time, what am I really gravitating towards? What am I always constantly pulling out? And what are some things that I can part with and maybe replace with something else that I'm going to enjoy more? Same with shoes. I always end up looking at a lot of different shoes. Like I love sneakers. I love sneakers so much. My favorite pair of shoes are my Cortezes. I have 2 pairs. They're both dirty. I need to clean both of them, and I've been putting it off, and I'm like, oh, I'll just buy a 3rd pair. Just clean your shoes, Hannah. Just clean your shoes. You don't need to buy another pair of Cortezes. Just clean your shoes. I do want to buy another pair of the Doc Marten Mary Janes. Mine are very beat up, and they are like, I could replace those, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that and like really run the ones that I have into the ground, and then see if I really do want to repurchase them, or do I just want to repurchase them because the ones that I have are run down. Like how often do I gravitate towards those? And I think that's it. I'm trying to think of like other things that I might break this no-buy for. Maybe like a brush cleaning solution I might have to buy, but like I don't. This is also like Amazon. Like I don't know, just buying things off of Amazon. Like I'm not spending any money, and I feel very confident in this because even with my low buy, it's been very easy to kind of, you know, be like, hey, I don't really need that. And so kind of keeping myself in check by, you know, posting it on the internet where other people can criticize me, I think will keep me honest. And I don't know. So if you have any other suggestions for me, leave it in the comments down below. I would love to hear, maybe you're participating in a no-buy, or maybe you've done a no-buy in the past. Because I'm doing this no-buy, obviously my content is going to kind of shift and change, I think. I don't think it'd be too drastically different from the kind of content I was making through my low buy. But, you know, I've been watching a lot more no-buy channels to kind of like help me set up my own no-buy and kind of what to expect from it, and kind of, you know, what are some good tools or things, some words of wisdom, if you will, that these other channels have found through their no-buy. And I don't know, so I might be picking up some of those trends, but I think that's it. I feel pretty confident about it, and I like that I can finally film this video and have my rules kind of in bold, you know, in print, in contract, if you will. But if you liked hanging out with me today and you would like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. 2023 is, I don't know, I feel pretty confident about it already, and it's only like technically day 1. But I will see you guys in the next video.